Welcome back to Battalion Nemesis. In the last one, we played the most difficult mission in Battalion Nemesis, and now we're taking on Chapter 10, the final mission, bringing down the house. It's the final assault. The team will need to put a stop to the Mullen right here, right now. There's no turning back. Let's begin. There's nowhere to hide, Mullen. It's over. You think so, do you? Oh, we know it. It's about to get ugly in this joint. Then let's do it. I have a little surprise for you. With that, you can see we're swarming with troops here, and you'd think that we have the defense and at the advantage, but we don't. There are turrets everywhere, and these things, and they'll start firing at us immediately. Not to mention, everything here is guarded. But not as guarded as Mission 9. If you can complete Mission 9, you can sure as well damn complete Mission 10. So let's do it. First thing we want to do is send as many things to destroy this turret as soon as possible. It's very ugly, annoying. And then I'm going to send my fighters in to start dealing some damage on those rockets. Since we have a nice little cubby here, nothing will be able to counter us. I want to send my flak cannon first because that does great damage against commandos. Annihilator tanks actually take a little bit of a backpedal for now. Yeah, I'll send my rocket trucks and my other battle cruise ships, corvette fighters, whatever we got, to do some damage early on so we have a secured area. That is also the reason why I'm going to move and motorize all of the things that can hit from range. Black Cannon's going to get produced up for it as well. Since we have hunter support, they're going to have quite a few U-boats on their team, so we gotta be quite careful about that. Aside from that, I don't want to move my Scorpion in front of the Annihilator tank because it's a freaking Annihilator tank. Outside of that, I'm going to have my Intrepid start preparing to capture things. Corvette fighters, not very effective for now considering you still have that turret up on field. So what I want to do is actually move them and adjust them over towards the side for now. We'll start capturing things very soon. We'll send our U-boats up forward as well. We'll use our battle cruise ship in the future. For now, it's not very important. Scorpion tank is going to push all the way up so the turret is unable to hit us. Raptor is going to do the same. Should I? Or I could go back and actually smash that one up and start moving that forward. Unfortunately, we're already going to get eaten up by a turret there, so I'm going to avoid that instead. I'd rather brace the impact of getting hit by the flak cannon, and instead I'm going to work on destroying that turret before I mobilize the rest of my troops. I still have my troops to capture things, so I'm going to actually move them towards the left side. The right side is more effective in a way that you can capture more things, but there's also a lot of turrets there. That's where our bomber is going to come in handy, so we gotta prepare for that as well. Aside from that, we have 2 war factories, and I think you know what I like producing on this mission. Alongside that, I do apologize, but we should probably open up our little tile menu, so let's do that. And let's see what we can do. So a lot of turrets, immediate damage on us. It's going to be okay considering we have a fairly well set up base for once. So we can actually produce what we need to and attempt to recompile ourselves and fight again. Those 2 rocket tanks are, those 2 rocket ships, rocket trucks, there we go, rocket trucks are going to be very annoying. So we're going to need battle cruise ships in order to deal with those. And luckily for us, we do have them. We actually can't mobilize anything on sea right now because we don't have a seashore port right now. We'll get that eventually. For the most part, we get a few turns of grace to figure out what we need to do here. And that is very important to use. I'm actually sending this guy right in front to go deal with that rocket truck instead. Hunter support won't be able to do much. Those aren't battle cruisers. Send my ships forward. I'm going to send my Annihilator in front because now the turret is unable to attack that. I'm going to move my rocket truck forward as well. Over here is going to be a bit of a janky place. I want to make sure that I'll be able to destroy and wipe out some of this stuff beforehand. And this thing fires in a 2 to 5 range, so unfortunately we are going to be outpositioned here. I'm going to move my Annihilator back so I can get repairs down if I need them. Hunter support can't go anywhere just yet. We won't have the control of C until we manage to plant where we want to explode and destroy those turrets. So for now, I'm probably going to have to brace the impact of... No, I'm not doing anything just yet with that. That's a bit suicidal because we have a turret there which will immediately lay fire on us. That raptor is going to do a lot of serious damage as well. Instead, I'm going to position my intrepids properly. Rest of my troops can't really do anything for now. I have 2 battle cruisers here which I can actually set up to start opening up quite a defensive line. I could attempt to send a Scorpion in, but I don't think it would be very effective. No, I could actually hug it right on the wall. You know what, let's do that. And I'll move my commando troop in front just to have that positioning. And now I'm going to produce raptors. 2 at a time, that is excellent. We'll dominate the skies first, then go by land, and then take over sea and position sea forces to help us out. Flak cannon will do great damage against us. One of our flak cannons goes down, they're going to start shooting at us, that's fine. Can't do too much about it. For the most part, this is going to be primarily a tug of war. Since we have an economic momentum, we can actually use this in the attempts of improving ourselves. They have invisible tanks as well. Yes, forgot about those. Those are the least of our worries. The thing is completely swarming with sea-based enemies, and there's so many turrets here. Despite being stationary, their range makes it so very difficult to play against them. And it seems like they just produced a fighter. That's not good. Let's take care of that with our anti-air. Move our battle cruiser upwards. We'll shoot down the raptor fighter. Let's take out that flak cannon for now. And since we have raptors here, I want to use them to prepare for the rockets that are going to happen on the left side. I'm going to mosey one right on over in order to do some damage against that turret because we need to start moving with that, which we are unable to for now. Corvette fighters are actually caught right now inside because of how much shit that's going on here. And this guy over here. Anything else that's beyond the range. I'm going to repair my annihilator tank. I don't have to worry too much about my flak cannon, so I'll leave it right there. I'm going to spread my U-boats elsewhere and maybe help thin out some of the sea-based units, which will be coming in very soon. With Corvette fighters, not too much to worry about. They have a blimp coming in as well. That's a little bit dangerous. I will position ourselves and try to deal damage to this flak cannon. My Scorpion tank is not going to last, unfortunately. Nor will my motor truck. The motor truck is actually kind of pointless to be here right now. We'll move him up for the sake of shooting at those rocket trucks if we really need to, but otherwise this thing's not very effective. Things have a range of 3 to 5, so one of the rocket trucks will be able to hit my Intrepid. It's worth the risk anyways. I'll send these two to attempt to capture the oil rigs. And I'm going to push my Corvette fighters outwards whenever possible. I have $400 total, so I'm going to produce another Raptor and we'll wait the turn. And we'll see how much damage to do and where. So that Intrepid's going down, as well as that one. Simply because the rocket truck is there. My repairs are going to be stopped, so I have my flak tank still to take care of that. Rocket truck's going to move back, that's fine. I'm going to be able to destroy that turret in time, I believe, and then we'll start focusing on the sea base using our U-boats. They have our annihilator tank set up, so the east side is going to be very difficult to defend against. The good thing is that we do have like 2 battle cruisers there to take care of that. And more annihilator tanks coming out from elsewhere. Overall, I still find their positioning a little bit too passive, considering they can't do too much, and if they lose their rocket trucks, they're going to have to play a significantly close range game, and I don't think they want to do that. So what we're going to do is... Oh, alright. First, let's mosey on and try to destroy this. I can't. I'm going to work on positioning a little bit closer. I want to destroy those annihilator tanks. And we'll do this to destroy that anti-air. And since I have that opportunity, I'm going to repair. That alongside, we need to destroy this blimp as soon as possible. And this thing in range is not a good sign. And I don't want to push up with that. Instead, I'll send this. Actually, maybe. How well can my Raptor do against this guy? Very good. You know what? Let's destroy that rocket truck while we still can. Get rid of its annoyance. That thing is a nuisance. Push this guy out. There's space for my Raptors to take damage and deal damage. And we are within range to deal with these ships now. So what do I want to destroy? They're both corvette fighters, so I can actually double team on one of them. Oh, and we just discovered another one. Alright, let's get rid of that U-boat right now then. This thing is still trying to repair it. We're going to attack it just to nullify its movement. My troop would probably be destroyed, frankly, if I tried to move it elsewhere. Let's do it. That's fine. We're gonna push this corvette fighter. We'll push him forward and see what we can do in terms of damage with that. The oil rig is going to be covered up and corvette fighter is going to be destroyed. This way they'll have to re-reveal us if they want to attack us, considering they're not hunter support. Our motor truck is still kind of useless, but I'm going to bridge him up forward in case. And we're going to start covering up these oil rigs. Actually no, that was a bad move. I've given them position. I can destroy the blimp now, but I should have used that to capture the war factory instead. And I don't have anything to cover that thing up, so it's not very helpful right now. I can still sit on this point, that's fine. I have $480. What I want to do is produce an Intrepid in order to capture that oil rig there as soon as we can. And I'll produce a Scorpion tank in order to start pushing through this area, which has a lot of defense here, I must say. The oil rig is not my priority. It just destroyed a flak cannon, I believe, with that. That thing revealed two U-boats. Two U-boats are going to attack that thing at the same time, plus my bomber if we really need to. I prefer to use my bomber on the turret, however, and start fitting out defense on the east. My motor truck will probably hit that Scorpion tank there, so that's fine. Everything else is just getting into position, so I'm okay with it. And the U-boats might start engaging or something. More Raptors are flying overhead, so that's something I need to worry about. Otherwise, everything else is just getting cluttered up by itself. So positioning will be able to win us this game fairly easy. We haven't gotten the best capture so far, but we've managed to move quite a bit of positioning on our enemies. Let's focus on attacking that corvette fighter. That's enough to scare it off, I'm sure. In the meantime, I want to start working on these turrets and doing some damage. Kaboom. Very effective. These are battle cruisers. Let's destroy this. And with my other space, I'm going to start firing on the other turret, because I'm going to take hits with that bomber very soon. And with that being said, I do want to hopefully have something that can deal with that. I have a rocket truck produced, but frankly it has done nothing so far, so let us position it somewhere onto the left side rather. Scorpion tank is going to move into support, and since that turret's not there anymore, we can actually cover that up. We're going to start grabbing this oil rig as well. What I want to do with my annihilator tank is to play another aggressive push with it. Since I still have money, I'm going to produce a flak tank. Should I produce two? No, just one will be good enough. I just need to take care of that bomber. And I have anti-air there, so that's fine. Since I have Raptors here, I'm actually going to go in there and go after that rocket truck. And due to the Raptor's superior movement, that rocket truck is not going to exist anymore. That also means my two Raptors are gone though. So, let's start positioning you forward, because I still want to capture that war factory first. What I'm going to do is place this on top, just so I don't have to deal with that. We're going to position you in preparation to attack as well. We're going to have the Scorpion tank start taking some hits from this. Corvette fighters will hug the side of the road, so they can't do too much about that. Anti-air is unable to get into position, so I can't do too much with that either. I should probably use these hunters in order to start scouting out the U-boat, so I'm going to push them outwards now. I have one factory to use, and one motor. Motor's not very effective it seems, so I'll move him over here in order to take care of that Scorpion tank next round. I'm going to start producing strike commandos in order to capture things. This strike commando technically could start capturing something, but its health is so low that I'm actually going to start repairing it. And it looks like we're going to have a Raptor on Raptor fight. Good thing I have anti-air there to deal with it. Intrepid is going to be near destroyed. I have my hunters there in preparation. One U-boat goes down, it doesn't matter. The other U-boat will be destroyed very soon. And invisible tanks are starting to move in, so that's something I need to start worrying about. I may want to produce an annihilator for the morph, and these two fighters are no bound, going to die immediately. That's fine. And I believe this is my opportunity to destroy that next turret. So I'm going to move on ahead and do that. Otherwise, there's quite a few annihilators everywhere, so I need to prepare with some sort of counter-offensive attack. Otherwise, we'll wait this out. Let's send my bomber in to destroy this next turret. That's revealed another thing. So we're actually going to destroy that invisible tank beforehand, so I don't have to worry about it. I hope we can up this tank so my Scorpion can finish it off. I'm going to have my Corvette fighter fight off the other Corvette fighter and finally destroy it. That reviews the U-boat. We have hunter support, so we can use that to take care of these. And since I have another hunter support, we can take care of their Raptor fighter. I have a Corvette which can't do too much here yet. This one will be able to. Oh, that's a battle cruiser. Then use that to destroy the turret. And we'll march you forward. I'm going to circle my Raptor around and do some damage. Hopefully my Raptor gets destroyed. It does not. That's fine. I'll use my anti-air to move around then. A bit of an awkward navigation, but that's okay. Go free up spots for my unit to start capturing that. I've created another unit and two for anti-air. And I think I'm going to have to fight a little bit longer on the island to the right instead. So I'm going to wait on that. I'm going to advance my troops here. And I want to produce more, but I think that would take a long time. So instead I'm going to have my unit capture that and then capture that war factory, and then I'll produce units there in order to capture oil rigs. I still have enough money so I don't have to worry too much about this. That bomber is going to be tough work on me, so I'm going to produce more fighter jets now, or Raptors. Intrepid goes down. We still have two battle cruisers to deal with anything that tries to attack that. We have anti-air here, so that Raptor will be chump change. I might want to send my bomber back just for repairs, since I don't want to reproduce another bomber within this situation right now. Alright, we've thinned out quite a few of their troops, and we're doing very good right now for ourselves. Problem is they have quite a few of these annihilator tanks on field, and I'm going to need a lot of ranged attacks to deal with it. In my case, we're going to swarm them like bees with Raptor fighters, because Raptor fighters are the best. We'll repair you so you can capture faster for the future. You're already low on health, so I'm going to have this hunter take him out. Or not die, I guess. Okay, well that was a bit weird. We actually have a lot of money here, so I'm actually going to spend it on repairs. Our rocket truck is not in position just yet. Very soon we're going to hit this thing up as well. And this means we can advance this tank right in front, considering our rocket truck has light armor, so I don't want it to be destroyed by the flak cannons. And for you, I'm going to move you back out of range so they can't hit me from there. And that bomber is going to be tough work to deal with. I'm going to start working on the annihilator right now. Move this guy in order to do some damage. Not the best damage. Taking a health damage point on that. That's fine. And if I have a Corvette fighter, I'd like to repair it. I'm going to have this thing start scouting out and try to deal with any U-boats that are in sight. And I'll have my U-boat on side, because I feel like dealing with damage soon. Otherwise, let's move this other unit up forward. Two Raptor fighters available for me, so I'm going to destroy the... I'm going to start working on the bomber, actually. I don't have to worry too much about the Condor fighter. I mean the Condor bomber. A little bit on the Anala tank, a little bit on the Condor bomber. That will keep us clean sweeped. I don't have really anti-air right now, so I'm going to position this up a little bit closer so I can stuff more things in there. I don't have enough money considering I'm doing repairs a lot right now, so we're going to wait the turn and see what happens next. And it looks like they're going to attempt to go after my battle cruisers. They're a little bit annoying. I might need to produce some more flak tanks in the future now because of this. And it looks like they're going to ship one of my troops elsewhere. One of their troops elsewhere. If my corvette fighter gets repaired, I'm going to attack that thing immediately. Visible tanks are on the field as well, but they can't really do anything just yet, considering this unit area is a clusterfuck. And we should be good to go from here. Not too much to worry about. Looks like they're going to be producing more fighters in the attempts of dealing with this. I'm going to use these two to capture, so if they don't take damage, I won't need to produce any more fighters there. Or enemies there, rather. I'm going to move my anti-air out here in order to simply do damage before it gets destroyed. Send my anti-air to destroy this tank right here. My flak cannon is going to start working on this as well. And I'll send this guy forward in order to do some damage. Oh, I should have repaired him. What am I doing? Alright, well, we're going to engage in Raptor on Raptor fighting then. I want to start working on that area. And which is more dangerous? I think the bomber is more dangerous, so I'm going to destroy that first instead. With my battlecruiser, I can target only one thing, and that's the thing I plan on targeting. I lost my Intrepid that I attempted to use to capture, so that's fine. Send this guy over to destroy the last remaining Raptor that I just positioned. This guy can't do too much, and my ships need a little bit of repair, it seems. I'm going to move this guy a little bit forward and the chance that we can take on that Annihilator tank soon. Scorpion tank can't really do too much around here. I guess we can go after that heavy commando, but we need to start speeding out troops in order to capture things here now. Not enough to capture yet though, so more Raptors. Looks like they're gonna fly over and immediately engage me. I have my two Raptors surround them. No, they're gonna have two Raptors surround me. Alright, at least the heat is off my battle cruiser now. Rocket bomber gets destroyed by the Condor. That's a bit annoying. Invisible tanks are on the field as well now, so that's going to be a difficult fight. But our push is doing so far so well. And we'll wait on what we can do from then on. Alright, we've started capturing things, and our health is still high, so we don't have to worry too much about that. Don't really have anti-air here except for this. Not going to be very effective on that limp. However, my fighters are, because the Condor bombers are unable to target me. Produce one there for the future use. I plan on swarming and attacking one of these Raptors at the very least. Although it won't die, and it'll leave my two lit up. Low on health, they got that attack first, so they managed to attack me and probably damage and destroy me first. I'm going to send this bomber in just for the sake of destruction. I'm going to move this in order to start capturing the turrets and doing a little bit of damage here and there. Turrets are very well positioned at that area, I must say. I'm actually going to send my Raptors back in order to help assist that fight that's down here. This way I'll be able to save at least one of my Raptors, I believe. Don't think it's a really good exchange considering I just lost another one either or. And a lot of these battle cruisers aren't actually able to do too much around here, so I might want to reposition them very soon. So with that, let's move them over here. The corvette fighter is not very effective anymore. Anti-air can't do anything as well. U-boats can't cross through under the bridge because there's something there. Otherwise everything is a capture game. I'm going to repair my flak tank since I don't really have any other uses for it for now. $150 in the bank. I can't really produce anything. I could produce one commando. I guess I could use him in order to start capturing units. For the most part, we're going to lose a lot of units during this round because a lot of the stuff has been captured. But we're actually very well off because of this positioning, so we won't have to worry too much about it. For the most part, I think the thing I need to worry about is that I need to produce a few more bombers, a few more anti-air units, considering they're choosing to bomb me off with some of these as well. I might produce some more flak tanks in order to take care of those, I'm not sure. For now, I really need to destroy those Leviathans while they're still weak in the air. I'll have this one start capturing this, that one can stay right there. Since I have Raptors, I'm going to use those to actually destroy the Condor Bomber wherever I can. This battlecruiser is completely useless here now, so let's send him back. Anti-air will go in and try to clean up some of these fighters. And I can't do anything with this thing, so that will be a retreat. Well, I can bomb this guy. Alright, have fun. That bomb right there for some reason. We'll attack this enemy right here. Send this up forward. And I can't do very much from here on, so what I want to do for production would probably be a flak tank over here. Over here I definitely want to repair my Raptors first. And then I think we should be good. If there's anything else I need to repair, I'm probably going to do that now in order to save some money. And I doubt that Condor Bomber is going to go after me, however those airplanes are, so I'm going to go attack the strike commando when I can. Apparently there's already an invisible tank here, so I'm already in the heat. And that's pretty much all my money, so let's end the turn. Alright, so it looks like they're securing Raptor fighters on Raptor fighters. My flak tanks aren't going to reach it, so it's time that I need to start bolstering up the amount of Raptors I have, because I clearly don't have enough right now. Visible tank is going to go back into cover, and that unit is going to be able to repair. And they've essentially started reclaiming the island to the left of us, so that's not a very good move for me. Otherwise, everything else can be handled out fairly steady. Use my Raptors to bomb the Condor, considering I can't do too much with that. Hopefully the Condor will destroy it, and yes it will. I am going to produce a Raptor in terms of that. Attack the Condor Bomber once more. With these troops, I'm going to be able to initiate on at least one of the Raptors and see what damage we can do with that. Not very much due to the land masses. It's very annoying right now considering they have a little few bombers just here, there, and everywhere. Since this one's close by, we'll be able to bomb and destroy it, luckily enough. And we'll be able to move this troop forward in the attempts of capturing very soon. My U-boat has an opportune time to move on in, closer into their base. They don't actually have any more sea units, so I can just keep that at hold. They have a war factory over there, so if I can have unit hugging that just to block it off. I'll push my Annihilator tank through to do damage to him. Since this thing's standing here for some reason, we'll damage their anti-air here as well. And with that, I have not enough money to produce what I want. So this is probably a fair time to end the turn. Battle Cruiser is not going to work very well at this kind of range, so I'm going to back him out and maybe he can help secure the right side, considering we have Annihilator tanks here coming in soon. I need to produce bombers whenever I can because I really need bombers right now, as well as Raptors, considering they're all being destroyed right here. I have 3 there, but not enough to do the damage, and they're probably going to get destroyed within 2 turns as well. So I'm in a little bit of a pickle. Raptors flying over air, that's fine. I have battle cruiser stationed on the right side to take care of that Annihilator tank. We have no worries on that. It looks like they're going to start shipping their commandos back because they're not exactly winning the fight, but they're not exactly losing it either. So let's start bombing on this Annihilator tank, make it a little bit more difficult for it to attack in the future. I have a Corvette fighter for some reason here, so let's position this guy here in order to deal with that avoidance. Now that I have a Raptor over here, I can actually do some damage against the Annihilator tank, whether it just be delay or not. My anti-air will be able to destroy the Raptor fighter, and with the extra Raptor fighters, I'm actually going to sweep up and clean up a few of these things. I'm okay with my troop over down there to die to the Raptor fighter right now. I just need to clear out these counter bombers and make the airs a little bit safer for me to start capturing and dealing with. And because of the lack of commandos I have, I'm actually going to produce a few more in a second. I'm actually going to produce a bomber here since we need to destroy a few things over here if we plan on reclaiming it very soon. I'm going to have my anti-air start dealing with this Albatross, and then that, they don't have a commando anymore. I also need to start spitting out more Intrepids. So I'm going to do that, if I have money, next turn that is. And I'll put that Raptor over here so it's going to be able to attack in either or situation. And that invisible tank is going to be able to pass on through, so I'm going to need a tank here as well soon. Alright, that should be fine. Nothing got destroyed. My Raptor can chase after that tank very soon to destroy it. My Annihilator's gone, so I expect that the invisible tanks are going to push in soon. That's going to be a little bit annoying. I have anti-air in the same space, so I can head on that Raptor. They have more Raptors being produced over here, so I'm going to have to deal with another Air Force attack there. That's going to be a little bit worrisome. If you've noticed or not, Chapter 10 is significantly longer than Chapter 9, but Chapter 9 is significantly more difficult than Chapter 10. Alright, so let's deal with these Raptors then. Oh, I have the movement speed too, so I will be able to get rid of that Raptor as well. That'll help fend off a lot of the Air Forces. And I'll be able to send you over to destroy this Annihilator tank. Or get near there, I guess. Let's finish him off. I'm going to start removing and repositioning my units into the enemy's airspace, really. Condor and Bomber should now be able to start moving in without too much worry. I'm going to have my two Raptors take on this one right here and try to help the gunfight a little bit. What I need produced around here right now would probably be troops, considering they're all going to die very, very soon. I need an Intrepid on this end, so I'm going to put one here. And I don't really need too many naval units, so let's produce a Raptor fighter. That's going to go down, but that's okay. Tank goes in, it can't really do too much. Oh, it just destroyed my unit, alright. Does it have a different type of gun style? It seems like that might be the case. A lot of Raptors are going down, but that's fine. I think it's time to produce an Annihilator tank very soon in order to help combat that. I still have battle cruisers on the right end, so I can still fend off any tanks that get produced there. But we will do that. I don't want to be under turret fire, so let's move around in order to deal damage to this Raptor. And I have another one right here to secure the kill. Don't appreciate the flak tank that's hanging out here right now either. I'm not sure what I just did there, but I guess I clicked a little too fast. We have the money, let's produce our Annihilator tank in order to push this area. Our Intrepid is already taking damage from that airplane, so let's send another Raptor after it. I'll leave that to be a gunfight. And over here I want to start dealing damage against the heavy commandos, because I'll need to do a push there eventually. And I should have enough. I shouldn't have to worry about troops here. I may produce one or two, but there's no real necessity to it. So we'll wait on that. Looks like the tank's here now. The anti-air will take care of that. My anti-air should be able to do just fine with this, actually. What worries me right now is that they're starting to kill quite a few troops and I'm not having enough money for it. And it's very difficult to capture points for me right now. All we can really do is bombard these things and hope that we'll eventually be able to capture it. Not a very good sign, if you ask me. This is one of the primary worries, considering we don't actually have any Intrepids here to start covering these. Well, not anymore at least. I might produce a second annihilator tank and I'll start repairing these guys. And I want to send my Raptor a little... No, my Condor Bomber isn't going to be able to do much here. That's the problem. Let's send him in here so he can get protected by the anti-air if necessary. This thing's still trying to destroy my Intrepid, which is making it very hard for me. So let's repair you and hopefully you're going to get recovered soon. This base area is starting to get clean swept, so it might be time to produce troops in the next round. I should probably be producing light commandos instead of heavy commandos to save my money. Considering I don't really need to worry about either or. I also need to repair my anti-airships very soon, considering they're getting very low on health. Overall, I haven't fought for very much as of late, but I think I've gone and grabbed a little bit of tile space. A single point of tile space as of late. Let's continue to wipe out these troops here because I don't need to deal with them. And actually, since I have the opportunity to do it, I might as well start hitting on that turret just to do a little bit of damage on it. The anti-air will engage this, and with that I can repair this one. Nothing else can really become of this though, considering I still can't do very much. I'm starting to be able to push outwards though, which is very good news for me. And these two Raptors will probably need to be mobilized very soon, considering they have Raptors over there as well. I might just produce a flak tank for the sake of a flak tank to clean things up a little bit. I have a feeling my Intrepid's not going to last until the next area. No, it is not. I can attempt to repair it, but nothing is really going to come of it. It seems so. Let's produce our commando unit so we can actually start grabbing control points. I'd like to grab this and this. And if I can, I'd like to produce an Intrepid to actually grab the seas that we actually have already captured over there, just so we can stop their money flow. And these things can just sit here and wait. Okay. I'll start covering up this area. I don't have enough money, just $5 short. Intrepid should go down. I really need to work on covering up their war factory so they can't do anything with that. Turrets there are essentially pointless right now. If I wanted to, I could do a forceful full frontal push on the left side in order to attempt to take over their command center, but I don't think that would be very likely. That would be a very difficult thing to pull off. So first of all, I need Raptors on this area, so I need to grab those very soon. For this area I can't do very much at all actually. The bombers are really ineffective. I can't really attack anything right now. Then I'm going to position my tanks to move up front. And I need to start working on bolstering my anti-air very soon. Let's send these guys towards the right side. That might be more beneficial to have a few more Raptors there. I'm going to attempt to swarm that with 4 Raptors or something. I do have the money, so I can do it. Not enough for 4 Raptors, but enough for what I need. I'm going to build a flak tank as well for any anti-air, because it seems like they have a tendency of hanging around the land there. Alongside this, I'll have my battle cruisers to destroy a few more of their troops that are hanging out there. If I can, I'd like to position these a little bit more forward in order to start working on those turrets. That'd be fantastic. I have my anti-aircraft to start working on these Raptors, start doing a little bit more damage on them. And I want to repair my Condor bomber within some time. For now, let's just use it to destroy commandos, or damage and weaken them. And what ship is this? This is a Corvette fighter. Let's take care of that, considering it's very important that we don't get trapped in by air. It will do that damage, the thing will probably return fire, and my U-boat will probably be destroyed by that. But that should be fine nonetheless. I also need to put a strike commando here. Oh, we are so low on money. It's pretty much my fault because I have to keep holding off on this back and forth attack because they keep destroying my units with raptors. It would simply take too long to produce another hunter in order to move it over to that sea area, and it wouldn't be very effective considering there's a lot of raptors that tend to hang around the land as well. So what I can do is position this guy in the forest, use my flak tank to actually deal some damage here, use my battlecruiser to do damage on these bloody tanks here. And this battle cruiser is within range of both, so I'm going to repair it actually. Then I'm going to send this guy straight forward in order to destroy this corvette fighter so my U-boat isn't attacked. Then I'll send this guy to destroy this other corvette fighter. And now that I have 2 tanks, I want to use them to set on the turret whenever possible. That might have to come later though. I need something a little bit more mobile than that. I don't want to be using something as regular as a annihilator tank in order to sit on a war factory. But we still need troops to be reinforced, so that might be the smart move instead. Let's work on this raptor a little bit more. And we'll send this thing in to finish it off rather. Now what can we command on this side? We can choose to attack a raptor, so we'll do that. If I can, I'm going to send this intrepid elsewhere if possible. It'll probably intercept it and I'll probably lose though. I could destroy a turret right now, I really could. I'm tempted to. I'm not going to do it. That's not a smart move. I'll wait for an opportunity in the future for that. For now, we have our flak tank, so that's going to be effective to guard our commandos. I need another one though, so let's produce one here. And we already have a commando being produced there. We might need to produce another one afterwards for that as well. And my air strength is weakening, so I need to produce more raptors in the future. For now, I'm going to create another intrepid. I have a feeling that we'll be able to get rid of that raptor, and maybe we'll be able to climb these 2 oil rigs that are so very important here that we've been waiting on for so long. I'm going to use my flak tank to destroy that thing. The amount of raptors they have is very annoying right now. Alright. Our positioning isn't too bad. I'm probably going to lose one of my tanks very soon now. I may want to position him differently in order to attempt to avoid fire from both. But let's put him on the side. I can still recover my anti-air units right now if I use the opportunity. But I really need to focus on this right side because my intrepids will get destroyed very soon if I don't. So let's use my battle cruisers to bomb this flak tank so it doesn't have the opportunity to attack. I have a chance right now to move things in, so I'm going to do it. I'm going to have my raptor actually attack the strike commando instead so we can start clearing off this land. And we'll mobilize more of these troops as fast as possible. Since we've essentially secured this yet? No, we haven't. We're going to sit on that war factory right now while we still can. And we're going to capture this We're going to capture that oil rig right now. Now that I have a unit produced here, I'm going to send one here and... Yes, I can produce something here actually. Oh, I don't have to send intrepids all the way around then. Okay, we're good. We'll send you around anyways though, just so you can capture the other thing next. And this thing will destroy this turret, hopefully. There we go. Nice and clean. We have a lot of defensive perimeters right now. I don't have the best money, but nonetheless. It's not very good to send tanks in here because they're not very effective and the turrets will be able to lay waste to them very quickly. So we'll just leave it at that and let's move on. Okay, so they managed to destroy my raptor that was sitting there. That's okay. What I need to work on now is destroying those turrets in order to weaken their defenses. The question is, what am I actually going to use in order to do that? Because let's be frank, we don't have as much as we need right now. Alright, so these things are already positioned, so I might as well use them to attack. I may position this guy up higher a little bit, so we'll do that. Black tank needs to be in. Can't really attack that thing either, so what I'm going to do is cover him up so he can't do too much. He would have to attack in order to do anything worthwhile. But the turrets will probably take cover and he will die, so let's use this to capture this unit as fast as possible. I have an Intrepid here. We need to focus on capturing and grabbing a lot of money right now. Send you in here as well. The anti-air is kicking in very soon. I'm going to send a hunter in. For this area, I'm going to advance this guy in since we're probably going to lose our commandos very, very soon. We have still $400 of money, which is very good news for us. We're going to produce a Raptor for that. Air-on-air engagements are not the most efficient, but nonetheless, very effective. Since they'll be able to cover all terrain, once they destroy that war factory, we're going to go back into probably a fairly defensive situation on the other end. The good news is that I'll have maybe, hopefully, a little bit more money in order to push forward. But I play this game very slow. Needless to say, we're 20 rounds in and 46 minutes in. This is a very long chapter. My throat is getting sore and I probably should not have attempted to do a commentary on something this large. Well, let's start moving our troops forward then. Thanks to anti-air units, we can now actually spend this day repairing things, so we can capture things a little bit faster. I'm going to produce a strike commando just so I can capture that a little bit faster as well. We'll go in here and start working on this Raptor beforehand. I'm going to have you attack just so you can die, and that way I can replace you with something a little bit more effective. Do I have a Raptor here? Yes, I do. We're going to make sure you don't produce anything. No, I can't get that fur. Alright, that's fine. Whatever. Let's work on these stupid turrets that have been in my way this entire time. My Annihilator tank is not doing very good right now. I still can destroy this black tank though, or work on it. Otherwise, with my $300, I will probably spend that on not making too many things for now. I've already captured that, so I can move this Intrepid forward now. I probably won't be able to do too much, but it can take a replacement position if I lose another one. Otherwise, I don't really need to create anything else around here. And I need to move you into the range to destroy that turret. And that'll help free things up and make it easier for me to move things as well. We're going to produce 2 strike commandos in order to capture that base, hopefully by the end of the next few turns. That Intrepid is going to die, so I have my replacement inbound. And I also have my anti-air. I might produce another hunter because there's quite a few raptors hanging around these seas right now. I'm about to lose my battle cruisers, but I want to get rid of that turret at least. Those turrets are so set far away, so when you try to capture something, that's very annoying. So let us get rid of these things, actually. Alright, that's one turret down. That's better for the long run, not so good for the current times. My Intrepids are still doing okay, so I can continue to work on capturing things. And I should be able to capture these 2 oil rigs in the future. Now for this, since my troops are still back here, I should probably step on it. And because I'm in position right now, I'm going to send my raptors to start working on this turret. The other turrets will still be able to fire at it, I believe, but nonetheless, the fact that it's lit up means it won't be able to do any more damage to me within the next turn. what I need to produce right now would probably be a flak cannon. There's quite a few enemies right there that have light armor, so I'll do that for that area. And for this area, I think I need some rocket trucks. I haven't made one of those in a while, so I think that would be beneficial. The area. I might want to repair my battlecruisers or pull them out as soon as possible, considering the area is now covered in blue again. And apparently those turrets wasn't able to destroy my raptors, so I will actually be able to get rid of that turret there. Then we're going to have to focus on a sea fight, so I might start producing some U-boats as well. If it goes into our waters, I'll be able to produce 2 U-boats and have them pretty much destroy that thing within 2 turns. That will continue to capture things, getting back quite a bit of money. I'm going to send these 2 in, and if I'm lucky, I'll be able to send you all the way back into safety. Let's advance this right here. I need more units anyways, so let's produce a raptor to help secure things that try to run elsewhere. We can't really position our tank anywhere else right now, but we'll be able to move our commandos inwards anyways. You need to be repaired, and that way we'll be able to start capturing things beyond that. Since that battle cruiser won't be able to do too much else there, I can just destroy that thing and sail my raptor back for repairs. My intrepid is now not very necessary around here. So what do I want to do? I'm going to work on repairing you for the future. And in the next round I'll probably produce more raptors depending on how things go. We fought for quite a while, and our land has now been captured back to half and half. That's a very good scenario for us right now. So let's keep things up. They're outclassing us in most guns right now, and that's a bit of a problem. It's going to take us a while in order to get repairs down. So I'm not too sure how we're going to fix this up. The flag should probably be raised back up over there, so we're not going to be able to capture that for another while. I might have to produce some more anti-air there or something. I need something that can destroy their raptors, because it's very annoying how they can produce these consistently. Now then, what can I actually do here? Let's send these hunters to destroy one of the raptors. I have a corvette fighter here. Do I? No, this is a battle cruise ship. Alright, let's work on raptors then. Okay, no, don't attack. No, really, I don't need that. It's fine. We'll have you bomb the corvette fighter, so the corvette fighter takes a little bit more damage. And I'm going to move these troops into the mountain so they can get some cover. Then I'm going to station my rocket truck right here so that if anything tries to do something, it's not going to happen. It's not going to fly around here. My intrepids are actually getting trashed right now, so I definitely need better units very soon. We've claimed quite a bit of money's worth though, so hopefully things will start speeding up from here. Let's be fair, it's probably going to take a little bit of time still. And he managed to get against my rocket truck, so that's going to be very annoying. And they're apparently going to fly things in order to attempt to capture my base. What are they on about? This is one hell of a fighting situation. I need to do a push on one specific area or something. I might produce more annihilator tanks here because it was effective. That might take some money and some time though. Alright, so let's sail you elsewhere to do some damage. I'm going to throw this airplane at it just so I can. My rocket truck is going to back up out of range. I'll have my battle cruise ship do some damage against you. Hunters are going to come in here in order to support and start dealing damage against these stupid ass raptors that are hanging around my stuff. Get out of here, raptor. Don't want your kind. And this can again range it, so we can destroy that corvette fighter as well. Now I have 2 troops here. It's time to do some base setting. And if anything tries to fly in this way, they won't be able to. And I am going to produce a flak tank to deal with this guy, whether he lands in or not. I have a lot of money as well. Looks like I'm mobilizing my troops to capture this area then. All tied together just in time. I'm going to fly this guy over here. And it's time to bring out some annihilator tanks. That's going to be interesting. Battlecruiser won't be able to do too much, and it's at full health, so I don't need to repair it. So I have $600 pocket. That's very good. If I need to, I can produce multiple Raptors in the future. I need to work on repairing my anti-air though, and my battlecruisers. They're not doing too good in the long run as of late. We haven't captured very many forces, but it's actually very beneficial for us how far we've gotten so far. So this is good. Although it's taken us nearly an hour to get to this point, this game is unbelievably long with this. Let's be fair, so long. My rocket truck is fairly damaged, so let's repair that alongside my Raptor. This thing's going to move forward, so I don't need to worry about you. I'm going to repair that anti-air unit since it's just not worth it to deal with that. And you're a strike commando, I don't know why you're here. Let's send these units back up in preparation to capture. I'll send you all the way forward just to fuck around with that Raptor. This battlecruiser needs repair. This flak cannon needs repair. And I need my air force to fly up forward because we're about to take on 2 islands at once very soon. Production is going to be a Intrepid in order to capture that final oil rig. And we're going to claim about maybe 60% of the land within the next few turns. And soon we'll be able to just focus on destroying turrets because their forces are starting to thin out quite a bit. They have flak tanks. Unfortunately, we have annihilators, which are the exact opposite of flak tanks. They're going to be literally flak compared to us. But let's work on destroying that stuff, shall we? And we've captured another war factory, so we can now circle around and do some serious damage. I still want these 2 troops in order to capture this though, so that's good news for us. Fly the flak tank in here in preparation. I'm going to destroy the thing here for some reason. Why it's hanging out there, I don't know. Now cruisers, not too much to worry about. We have quite a bit of cover on everything right now. And I'm going to start sending annihilator tanks in, as well as my troops. I'll back my troops up with the annihilator tank while everything else goes by. I'll fly my Raptor a little bit closer to defend that Intrepid, as well as everything that's going to be a clusterfuck on that side. I'm going to prevent this Albatross from landing something to block our shit up. And I'm going to move rocket trucks in here to help defend, repair this Raptor. And I think it's time to send my battle cruisers a little bit closer to this area in order to start taking off this island. Everything produced here is very slow, so this area is only effective for producing Raptors at this point. And we're going to wait and see the turn. We still have an anti-air ship right there, so we'll be able to take care of that Raptor no problem. This annihilator tank is hopefully going to mow down everything around here. It's time for the counter-offensive. And we're doing pretty good right now. They're starting to really reinforce this area though. If I really need to, I may actually consider the tactic of flying Raptors all the way to their base just to sit on the war factory so they can't produce anything. I want this one to destroy the Raptor though, because this one has a little bit higher health. And we're actually in a little bit of a pickle here with how many things are going on. I want to make sure this Intrepid actually captures this bloody area. We're actually going to just bloody destroy this damn thing already. Move this character forward, shoot this thing down with my rocket and my flak tank to finish it off. I'm going to have you control the air control. If that happens, we will not have to worry about crap anymore. It seems like it's under turret range, so my character is not going to last it. However, because I have Raptors here, I think I can just choose to fly them over to deal with the turrets, or to do an attack over here. I've actually had more success over on the east side, so I think I'm going to be moving my Raptors in this general area instead. My battle cruisers will move over to the left side, however, to do more damage. And this is pretty much good to go to create a Condor bomber. Here, I look like I'm going to need to produce a Raptor or anti-air, so I'm going to produce another flak tank for this area just in case. And I don't know if I want to take this on right now or not. They're airplanes, so they can fly around either or, so yeah, whatever, we'll take out. We're gonna see if we can start attempting to capture things at the least, or fill into this bracket. And we have a single ship here, not usable. I should actually produce the Condor bomber up here, so that wasn't a smart move. They're probably going to start fighting this, and they're going to pretty much start winning off the left side again. But because I've gotten leverage on the right side, I can actually circle around them if I really need to now. I still once again have an anti-air unit, but I plan on moving my flak tank so I can create another hunter in order to deal with the amount of sea-based Raptors right now. It's good news. It's actually very good news that we've managed to capture the right side, considering the command center is on the left side, so you'd expect there to be a lot of heavy resistance to that area. So let's move you to. Let's use a Raptor to destroy this one actually, so we don't have to sit there. Those albatrosses can't do damage, so I'm going to have one thing attack that from there. Produce hunter support right now. Start sending my hunters in to do damage. Destroy the flak tanks, considering these things are going to be a nuisance to deal with. Right side, I'm going to send my bombers up, as well as my regular Joe Schmo tanks in a second. Going to take a bit of a while though. Let's fly my tanks in here, my Raptors in here to start doing some damage. And I still need money for the Condor bomber, so that's not happening too quickly. But I think I can still distract them by sending a bunch of Raptors in this area. If anything, do some damage. This tank will probably finish it off. And if they produce any more ships, I can still hang around here with this, because we still exist. And for the most part, nothing can really attack this stuff now. I have a rocket that can still deal damage there though, so that's good news. I'll move that over here. And I'm going to reinforce this area with flak tanks. I'll repair this flak tank here. And this thing, I'll repair you. If you don't get hit, you'll probably help us capture the flag. You are going to die simply straight up, so I'm going to destroy you. I'll send this ship back so that my Annihilator tank can take care of them. And my battle cruisers, I think, need to move up, because they can't do any attacks here. It's not effective anymore, so let's move them up. But I'll march this one in order to grab that oil refinery while we still can. And I'll end the turn on that. And they fucking destroy that exact same Intrepid over and over again. That is such a nuisance. I'm probably never going to get that oil refinery with the amount of Raptors they spit out there actually. The good news is that we have troops scattered almost everywhere. We even have a U-boat sitting at their base right now. If that thing was a commando, we'd win. Unfortunately, it's not, so we're still in this position fighting for the last hour. Let's get rid of this Raptor. And I am going to start moving my flak tanks a little bit up further. And this thing is slowed down incredibly because of the crap that's stuck here. To produce a Condor bomber. We have two to deal with turrets. If they really need to, they can circle around. Condor bombers are very effective, so we don't need to worry too much about that. That's a do given. I'm going to move my battle cruisers up ahead even more, despite it being a little bit risky. That's okay. I'm frankly probably not going to deal with that Intrepid anymore. I can't be asked. I'll send this guy up, but he's probably going to get attacked by 2 flak cannons. Nothing here is sea based because I probably captured their sea area yet. Have I? No, I haven't. Alright. So it's just a little bit wonky then. That's okay. We have another hunter on the field, so I think I can send an Intrepid in now. Reason being is that they would have to fly on top of my Intrepid in order to actually attack it. From here we don't have turrets to deal with, so I can fly my Raptors up here in confidence. And we'll start doing the push. It's okay if I lose a little bit of money by dying to these flat cannons. We have gone quite a hell of a push by now. My goal is right now just to have that thing sit there so it's okay. My flat cannon there would take care of their Albatross transport. That thing is pretty much stranded in the middle of nowhere. That thing finally destroyed my U-boat. I don't care about that U-boat. It's now sitting on its own spot, so it doesn't really need to produce anything. And I guess that's the reason why they haven't been producing boats, because my U-boat was sitting there drawing dicks all over their shit. I don't know. Let's focus fire on this guy. And I am not afraid to take damage with my Condor bombers. Let's move these guys up. It's about fucking time. Black tank to do damage. Raptors to start destroying things. Get rid of this turret back here so that my Raptors have a little bit of an easier time blowing things out of the water. Destroy this. Our troop needs repair. We're going to fly Raptors in right now to do a little bit of damage on their Condor bomber. The enemy Raptor will probably come in to counter, but we'll probably be able to destroy this bomber within a few turns. So we don't need to worry about that. Our Intrepid is here, so let's send that up. Air support. I have a feeling they're still going to send Raptors in. So I'm going to keep on hugging right beside that, and I'm going to send one over here to get rid of this troop. That in mind, I can work on sending everything up forward, and I don't really have to worry too much about recapturing things. I have 2 bombers already, so I can just produce more fighter jets. And I'm going to do that. So we've pretty much captured the entirety of the right side now. I don't have to worry too much about the left side, since we'll all be able to circle in around them. If I really need to, I'm going to start producing Scorpion tanks and like sending them all in. Scorpion tanks have 5 movement speed, so they're fairly fast. And because of that, I can send swarms from every direction I need to. So let's send this one to destroy this turret. Condor bomber's going in to destroy this turret as well. Black cannon's going to back up and destroy, or work on destroying that. And I'm going to send this Condor bomber over to the right side. These are battle cruisers that are still going to be pushing up, and we're pretty much close to winning this thing. A little bit exciting. That's completely destroyed. They have Raptors sitting over here now. I have flak tanks. The port will stay right there. I'm going to have my rocket tank continue to hit from there. No real reason not to. We'll go in here, destroy the Albatross just to keep things clean. And we're pretty much near our final stages of fighting. If I had an extra war factory, I'd use it. Let's produce troops for this, actually. I'm going to need that. This general direction, everything needs a lot more troops, actually, so let's produce some more. Because I do plan on taking up all the positions at the top right. And once again, they're sending in their bloody Raptors in order to ruin my Intrepid. That oil rig is probably the most difficult thing I have attempted to capture in the entirety of me attempting to play Battalion fucking Nemesis. I've played this game 3 fucking times, and that oil rig is the biggest son of a bitch I've ever dealt with in my life. Good thing I have kept hunter support there. Hopefully we'll actually be able to capture the goddamn thing. I'm gonna send my Annihilator tank to deal with this shit. Honestly fed up, actually. Can't be asked anymore. Alright, let's send our troop up. Lots of commandos in the area. Things are pretty much claimed around here, so let's move things to circle around the area. Bombers don't do anything here. I'm primarily sending them to that right side in the case that I need defense. And this is all pretty much Northern Federation territory now, so we can back everything all the way over to the right side and not worry about it anymore. We've closed them into a single corner, and at this point they have three enemies, and that's it. I am going to produce as many Raptor fighters as I can, and we're just going to finish this fight by defeating the enemies. I don't like capturing. Capturing is stupid. I want to destroy. Let's send everything up forward. We've completely boxed them in. There's no way of them getting out now. Never mind, there's raptors. Fuck. Alright, well. I should be able to fire up against these guys, it should be fine. I did produce raptors, so I am okay. Send the raptors in here, can't really reach those guys. I have one over there, if it can attack the one below, I'm going to do that instead. And my battle cruisers won't be able to reach it, but I'm going to have them inch over this way anyways. I'm going to send more raptors in this general direction and bomb this area. We haven't claimed this area and I don't want them getting anything, so I'm going to sit on that now. Move everything in, closing in. Look at how far we've fought from the beginning. This is what we can create. Woo-wee. Great work, Argent. Can you get Durand on your scanners? He's nowhere to be found, but we have bigger problems. More incoming. Already? All units, form up. It can't be. Is that Durand? It's so nice to be recognized. A traitor. We should have known. It was all a little too convenient for you. You will discover I am far more than a simple traitor, Tucker. Always short-sighted. We Acadians will rise again to reclaim what was once ours. All units engage. Hit them hard. Don't be so foolish, Tucker. I'd like to introduce you to some of my friends. Now, come along quietly. More invisible tanks? They're my favorite. Here's the deal. That is actually probably the most stupidest setup I've ever seen in my life. You hold 2 checkpoints and you see a tank. If you destroy a tank and you move forward, you see 3 tanks. If you have everything around you, you can shoot at them. Not to mention, we have raptors! We have raptors everywhere! These things cannot engage air. They can only cloak. Airlift us out of here, Argent. This isn't over, Durand. We'll be back, and the might of the Northern Federation will be with us. Oh, I'm counting on it. Until we meet again, friends. And with that, we complete Chapter 10. The longest mission, but not the hardest mission. Thank you for watching campaign. There's going to be 2 bonus missions after this. That will be the super secret special mission and the bonus mission. I'll see you then. Or not. I mean, you did watch an hour of me just complaining about raptors, so good job.